in particular. I don't know why you guys, okay, why are you laughing? Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video. Today I am looking at our boy DSP's daily rap video. And before I go any further, big ups to Meerkat for that bumping ass intro song. If you get a chance, definitely check out Meerkat Mob's channel on YouTube. He got some really dope stuff. He streams a lot, so definitely check him out. So anyway, our boy Phil had his usual wrap up beg segment at night where, you know, he recaps the day and mainly focuses on how many tips he received and if you know, determines whether the day was good based on how much money he got. And this again is no different. You know, our boy, you know, can't help himself but just talk about support and so on. So it's about a 10-minute video, but more than likely I'm gonna bounce around because it's boring as hell. So let's get into it, pimps.
Hi, good evening everyone, Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Sunday, the 7th of August 2022. And what a day it was. It was a super fun day. Great streaming, great variety of stuff, new things tried out and successful. Hell, I even got a new setting on my Pac-Man ghost lamp where it basically changes color every time that it hears a noise. So as you can see, it's actually changing color way more frequently now, which is cool because it's cycling through like dark and light and red and blue and purple and green, which is really cool. It actually looks nice, I feel, and looks more like a real video game. Come to find out it had that setting, I didn't even know. It looks really sweet, doesn't it? Alright, so, let us talk about the day that was. First of all, on today's episode of the Level 1 podcast, I had a lot of different discussion about EVO, considering that EVO was this weekend, talking about some controversial stuff that happened with a certain person named Gutex, but in addition to that, an in-depth discussion about netcode, and why I feel that people really over-exaggerate the positivity of rollback netcode, when in reality it is not the end-all, be-all, best netcode out there. There should be better, but it seems like people have settled for rollback and just demand it in every game instead of demanding for something better. I don't feel rollback is that great.
And you're the only one that feels this way. No mainstream or streamer or content creator that does fighting games, even LTG and whoever else, complains about netcode. You're the only one that complains about it because that's your excuse for why you suck at fighting games. You're getting old, you suck. So you just simply use it as an excuse whenever you're getting beat in a match, or you know, you're too slow to react, or you know, you're mashing buttons on that huge ridiculous controller when you're just way too slow. So no one is complaining about netcode. You're the only idiot. The other thing that I want to touch on is that, yeah, okay, this was the weekend of EVO, right? Because you do not have a Twitch partnership and couldn't stream it on Twitch and make any money off of it, you decided not to cover it. You just started talking about and complaining about it. And you would think that, okay, it's EVO, fighting games, that's what I'm going to focus on this weekend, and maybe talk a little bit about EVO, maybe talk about his experiences and so on, and make the weekend streams about that. No. What was he playing? Bassmaster and Batman. Really? That's the best you can do? And it just goes to show that you're just stuck in this, you know, 2005 mindset, and you refuse to get away from it and do something, you know, constructive or better. No, what are you gonna do and complain about EVO? You're complaining about netcode. The only person in the world complaining about netcode is you.
I give my reasons why. Some people agree, some people completely disagree, and that's all perfectly fine. But you can watch my take on that on today's Level 1 podcast. Okay? Then,
I'm a mature adult,
gameplay stream,
and I'm not a children's entertainer.
Time of my playthrough of the Throwback Fun, the 13-year return to Batman Arkham Asylum. After 13 years, having played that game as a brand new game in 2009, I returned to it for only the very first time. Had a ton of fun playing it in the remastered collection. You guys made that playthrough fun every step of the way. Whether it was talking about Batman and the lore and the different iterations of Batman, the plot lines, the villains, the heroes, and everything about it. helping me with the Riddler riddles and things that I didn't really understand about the game the first couple, or the first time that I played it, 13 years ago. And let's be honest, reminiscing about playing this game 13 years ago when things were so much different in the gaming landscape, the YouTube landscape, my life in general. It was really cool to actually come back to the game after so long and have this really fun, interactive, 16-hour-long playthrough with all of you. Today we wrapped it up. It was bittersweet, of course, and basically we left it at, hey, maybe one day I will actually go back and play the other Batman games that I haven't replayed. 2 years ago I played City, now I played Asylum. That leaves Origins and Night to be replayed again in the future, and I might, okay? But the thing is, later this year we got Gotham Knight, which apparently is supposed to be a game in the same vein as the Arkham series, made by the same people who made Arkham Origins, so we'll see what happens later this year. Anyway, thank you to anyone who attended those streams or watched those videos on demand on YouTube. I really appreciate that. Tonight we did something completely different. Bass Master 2022, a fishing stream
I'm a
where I
mature
was trying
adult,
to learn how to play
and
this
I'm not a
game.
children's
First we started in a
entertainer.
lake,
Time
and
to
then we
grow
ended up
the
going to a
fuck
river.
up.
At first it was slow going. I didn't catch a fish for a freaking hour. Now, it wasn't boring because we were talking, we were interacting, we were having a good time. But admittedly, when you're playing a game where it's supposed to be fishing and you don't catch a fish for an hour, it could be pretty disheartening. Then I caught my
AKA, I was worried I wasn't going to get any tips. And yeah, tips were slow. So.
first fish, which was pretty cool. Next thing you know, in the next hour, I caught like 4 or 5 more, if not more than that. So the thing is, it was kind of very
You caught 3 fish. You caught 3 fish.
reminiscent of real fishing. I've gone fishing before, and I've gone on trips where I caught nothing at all. I've gone on trips where I had nothing all day, and then all of a sudden, last minute, it's like, bite, 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 bite.
Yeah, I can see how staying at home under an air conditioned, in an air conditioned room, playing a video game is reminiscent of real life fishing. Really, Pep, you know what you need to do? You need to take a day off and maybe take your horse to a lake and actually do some real fishing. Maybe get some sun, maybe get some vitamin D, maybe pick up a salt lick, for your horse, and then you can talk about actual real fishing.
So, it's all about the real methodology of fishing. Determination, not giving up, sticking to your guns, being patient, and basically using techniques and getting better a little bit every single time you do it until you kind of, master that. So, it was great. We had a great time, great interaction, great discussion. And by the way, I will say this. Contributions today were great. No complaints whatsoever. Everything was good.
Thanks for the
So,
money,
overall,
dummies,
a
because that's
stupendous
exactly
day,
what you
and I was
fucking
really, really
are, a
happy
bunch
about
of
that. And
fucking
we
empty-headed
actually
idiots
determined,
who
because it
paid
went
me
so
money
well
to
tonight
get
with the
absolutely
Bass
nothing out
Master
of it.
stream. People want to see it
Thanks.
once a week, at least for now. And it was funny because the very tail end of the stream, I said, well, we already got Friday night fights for old school Street Fighter on Fridays. What could we call fishing on Sundays? And as the stream was going offline, someone in the stream, I think their name was JJN or JJNF or NS, says, what about Sunday night bites? So now we have
Oh, how
Friday night
clever.
bites and Sunday night bites. Sounds cool. So I think we're going to go with that. And that's actually why I'm wearing this hat. We did hit the tier 2 tips goal, which means we can wear a hat. This is the fisherman's hat that I already owned, right? And of course people were going crazy saying, well, why don't you have
I'm
a
a
gimmick
mature
where every
adult,
week when you reach a
and I'm
certain
not a children's
threshold of support,
entertainer.
you
Time to
add a
grow
new
the fuck
lure
up.
to your hat and stuff. And I'm like, no, wait a minute. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's one stream. We had a good time with it. Let's play it more. Maybe once a week we do it. We see if it works, if people enjoy it, if it fits into the schedule regularly, you don't want it to, it's not boring after 2 or 3 weeks. Then maybe we can start to do silly stuff, with the hat. Let it ride out for a week or two and see how it goes. If it ends up being entertaining for you guys, just like Sunday night bites, and you want it every week,
Didn't pay my
I'm
taxes.
down for something silly like that. Alright, now, for those of you watching all the stuff on demand today, I have a favor to ask. I talked about it on the Level 1 podcast this morning. I've noticed recently engagement is way down on DSP Gaming.
Yes, your content is boring. It's not fun. No one's interested in it. No one cares about Batman. No one cares about Final Fantasy VII. No one cares about those old games, sadly. Unless you're a very entertaining person, which you are not, no one cares. And that's why no one goes to see your boring on-demand videos.
That means people who are liking videos and leaving comments. Most videos are barely getting one comment, if that.
Why would anyone comment when you actually screen every single comment? And anything slightly critical, you don't post.
Some videos are only getting single-digit likes, way lower sometimes. It's bad. Basically, I built up a lot of engagement on this channel in January, February, March, and April.
Code, you begged your viewers to give you likes and comments, not based on how good the quality of the stream was, essentially saying, do me a favor and click like. So unless you keep doing that, pimp, your videos are going to suffer. You're not going to get that engagement, because you know what? Even your viewers don't care about your boring gameplays.
And then once all those new releases started to dry up, the months of June, July, and now August, it's really bad for engagement. It's slowed down dramatically. And you might say, well, what's the big deal? It is a big deal. Engagement gets eyes on this channel. It puts the videos of this channel into search results, into related results, into suggested videos for people. If I don't get engagement, my stuff is like invisible on YouTube.
Okay, not to tweet my own horn or anything, but I average, based on my analytics, close to 200 likes on most of my videos without asking anyone to like my videos whatsoever. I average around 5,000 to 8,000 views per video, and sometimes I get a little bit more than that, but on average it's between 5,000 to 8,000, closer to 8,000 views. And my content, I admittedly admit, is pretty shitty content, especially since I have shit to work with. Anyway, and I don't ask my viewers to do anything. All I do is just say, hey, check out my videos, and that's it. If you were even remotely entertaining, your viewers would go and watch your stuff. You're not, and that's the reason why. So go ahead, beg. You may get a little bump in engagement, but unless you continue begging every single stream and video that you do, your engagement's going to drop again. And it doesn't help that you play these old, boring ass games. Anyway, that's the video pimps. Hope you enjoyed it. Peace out. Oh, and by the way, like my video. Bye.